Welcome back to Eye on Politics from the Texas Capitol. Once the House establishes a quorum, Republicans are expected to pass the new congressional maps which favor the GOP. In North Texas now, there are 3 Democrats who serve in Congress, but under the new maps, there will only be 2 majority Democratic districts. That's because District 32, now represented by Democrat Julie Johnson, will become a Republican majority district and extend to East Texas. District 33, now represented by Democrat Mark Vesey of Fort Worth, includes both Tarrant and Dallas counties now, but under the new maps, it will only be in Dallas County. And Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett told me she is considering running in the newly drawn 33rd Congressional District because her home will be in that district instead of the 30th district she represents now.
I think that you're going to see Texas ram it through because that's what Texas does. With no input whatsoever from the members. And when I say the members, I mean even the Republican members. This map was not created by the Republicans in the House. And so this is a map that was sent down from up in D.C. somewhere.
What do you think is going to happen with Congresswoman Julie Johnson? Because she's got a decision to make. Does she run in 32 under the new map if it's approved, which would become a Republican majority district? Or does she have to challenge Congressman Vesey, whose district would move solely in Dallas County?
Yeah, I think that we will hopefully work it out about who runs where. Obviously, both of them are now in Republican districts. No one currently resides in 30, and then I reside in 33. So I think it is a matter of kind of us talking about what's what, while also recognizing that because there is new territory, there also may be new contenders to come in. So, for me, I'm going to get to polling because I feel confident I can win wherever I run. I do, but ultimately, I'm trying to get a pulse on the district, right? So I ended up with 200,000 additional people into 30. They are all coming from Tarrant County. I know nothing about those 200,000 people. Whereas where I live, obviously about 200,000 of us are still where I currently live, along with a lot of the old 100 as well as a lot of the old 30, going all the way to that eastern portion, getting that Pleasant Grove, some of that got thrown into 32. So, it's about kind of, does Mark Vesey fit better into 30 now because it does have some Tarrant or not? And does Julie just kind of fit better at running in 33 than me? And is my district going to be okay with me running and being on this fixed government income and therefore not buying a home in the newly constructed 30? Obviously, I don't have to live there under federal rules.
Right.
But, some people want somebody that lives in the district, but obviously the vast majority of this district I have represented without actually living in the portions that they've left in 30.
So if I hear you correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, you're actually debating about whether to run in a different district than 30?
I'm debating about whether or not I would run where they put me, which is where I live. Yeah.
In 33?
In 33.
And what about the idea of just moving back into 30?
Again, on this fixed income that I am paid in Congress, the idea of actually buying a new home or we don't get enough money. I'm being honest, and I know that some people may take issue with that because they talk about how much money we make, and I get it. It's not that we're obviously getting minimum wage, but by the time you talk about I have a mortgage, and I have an interest rate that is like 3%. Mm-hmm. Interest rates are not that low anymore, right? That's number one. Number two, so it's a matter of, do you sell your home, then go somewhere else and get a higher interest rate? Like, there's all these variables, and as a single woman who has one income, who's not allowed to make outside income, there's a lot to be had there. I think I have a strong enough rapport with what is left in 30 that they trust me to be a strong advocate for these areas that I've already represented. I know nothing about this new 200,000. And so I'm a data-driven girl. So we're going to run the numbers. And then obviously I want to talk to my colleagues and say what kind of makes sense so that at least hopefully 2 of us have the best shot at going back.
Last week, Congressman Vesey and Congresswoman Johnson said they're really focusing on this fight against the new maps before they consider their options for re-election. Up next, what Texas voters think about all this when Eye on Politics from the Texas Capitol returns.